Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, the fate of a former Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy is now in the hands of a jury. Frank BYBEE faces a laundry list of charges, including exploiting the elderly, theft, and attempted murder.
If convicted of attempted murder, BYBEE could face life in prison. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick was in the courtroom today. She joins us now live outside the Sarasota County Judicial Center with the latest on jury deliberations. Jess?
Good evening, Jacqueline and Scott. Frank BYBEE faces 18 felony charges, and the jury must decide whether or not he's guilty on each and every count. Now, they've been deliberating for about 4 hours at this point in time after hearing from the prosecution and the defense one last time. Today marks the 9th and final day of the BYBEE trial. BYBEE is accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from 80-year-old Marcia Soul and then trying to kill her. First by allegedly suffocating her, then by allegedly poisoning her from carbon monoxide emissions coming from her car.
He chose the perfect victim, someone who was alone, isolated, and vulnerable. Who could ever imagine that a Sarasota Sheriff's deputy could be capable?
You can dislike him all day long, but you still have to apply the law that says the state must prove their case beyond reasonable doubt. And they have failed in multiple areas to do that.
We lost our live feed to Jess Dowdrick, but there's no way of knowing how long these deliberations may last. It could be later tonight or next week. ABC 7 will keep you updated on our website, mysuncoast.com, and we'll try to join Jess again at 6 o'clock with the latest from that jury deliberation.
The Holmes Beach Police Department is investigating the death of a 1-year-old boy. The toddler was reportedly found unresponsive while in the care of his mother's boyfriend. Police nor the Florida Department of Children and Families are releasing the name of that child, but DCF says the child had no prior contact with the child welfare system. Other children who were in the home at the time are now in the care of relatives.
Sarasota police are investigating an attempted armed robbery and shooting tonight. Police say 2 men got into a fight in the parking lot of the Publix on Bay Street around 5 o'clock Thursday morning. Police say during an attempted armed robbery, 1 man shot the other man in the stomach and then took off. The victim is being treated at an area hospital. Police are still searching for that shooter and have not released the names of either of the men involved.
More than 130 people have applied to become the next PUNTA GORDA police chief. The city manager says the new chief must come from outside of the department. So far, applicants come from across Florida, the Midwest, and the Northeast, as well as a few from the Mid-Atlantic states. The vacancy was created when former police chief Tom Lewis was fired following a deadly accident during a citizens training demonstration. An officer shot and killed one of the participants, 73-year-old retired librarian Mary Knowlton. The city plans to fill that police chief position by next month. Well, it's a bit humid, but not quite as hot outside as it should be, and it should be nice for music on Main and Lakewood Ranch tonight.
Yeah, the free concert series will kick off at 6 o'clock tonight, and Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us now live from Main Street with our first alert forecast. Hi, Bob.
Hi, lots of people showing up with their chairs right now and coolers coming on out to hear some great music with Kimberly Betts and the Gamble Creek Band. They are good too. I've heard them a number of times. Behind me, you can see we got the craft beer and growlers to go right there, right next door. Then you can go to Nancy's Barbecue and you can work it all off at the Ballet Bar meets Yoga and Pilates Bar 3. Or you can just dance right here with all the great music as well. So the weather is nice. We have some high clouds around right now. We have a few cumulus clouds trying to tower off and build, but not having much success here, doing quite well as far as our weather goes. Different story for the Yucatan Peninsula and the western tip of Cuba. They are under hurricane warnings right now as Nate continues to gain strength in the northwest Caribbean. Top winds now up to 60. They were at 50 at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and the pressure has been dropping now at 993 millibars. The forecast path and track, the thinking has not changed much at all. It's expected to take off to the northeast and then north, moving into Louisiana. Looks like it may be to the right of New Orleans. That would be good for them. They'll get the lighter side of this hurricane, but the tough hit will be Mississippi and Alabama. Even Florida, parts of the Panhandle are on a hurricane warning at this point, with a hurricane watch just east of that area where the area is not colored in. Again, this storm is expected to continue on off toward the northeast and eventually become a low pressure system over the northeast United States, bringing some rainfall there. But for us, a different story. We have just a few showers around, mainly to the north and to the south. Not much going on here. It's going to be great tonight. Nice breeze too. The temperatures are not nearly as warm as the summer. We are into the mid 80s right now, which is a lot more comfortable, and these people are all got their chairs lined up. They're probably getting something to eat before the music starts at 6 o'clock. We'll have much more coming up throughout this newscast. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. We'll check back in with you shortly. Although it appears right now like the Suncoast will not be impacted by Tropical Storm Nate, some parts of the Panhandle could still get hit. To prepare for Nate, Governor Rick Scott has declared a state of emergency in 29 counties. Right now, 100 National Guard members are preparing for disaster operations, and 7,000 Florida National Guard members are ready to be deployed if needed. The Florida Fish and Wildlife, Red Cross, transportation officials, and power crews are all monitoring that storm.
More sad news out of hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico tonight. There are reports of 2 more fatalities there, bringing the total number now to 36. A public security department official says 1 body was discovered under the ruins of a house. Another person was killed by a falling tree while clearing a road. The hurricane left Puerto Rico's infrastructure and communications crippled, with electricity and water in short supply. According to authorities, only around 10% of the island has power now. Cellular service is at 15%. And as for water and sewage, the Aqueduct and Sewer Authority says just over half of clients now have service. And the busy hurricane season is having a major impact on the U.S. economy. The federal government says 33,000 jobs were lost in September. That's the first monthly employment decline in 7 years. Analysts blame the drop on Hurricanes Harvey and Irma because so many businesses had to close during the storms. But despite the loss of jobs, the unemployment rate dropped to 4.2% last month. That is the lowest it's been in 16 years.
New developments tonight in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Investigators are now learning the identity of the woman that Stephen Paddock was seen with just days before the attack on an outdoor country music festival. ABC's MARCI Gonzalez has more on investigators' newest discovery.
Officials tell ABC News investigators trying to figure out whether the Las Vegas mass murderer acted alone now believe the woman he was seen with in the days before the attack was a prostitute. But they believe someone may have helped him based on the elaborate planning, the amount of guns he had in that hotel room, and officials say because some of the ammo was bought under someone else's name.
There's people that know this individual. There's people that could help us understand this individual.
With reports Paddock may have considered other targets, searching for hotel rooms near Boston's Fenway Park and booking rooms across the street from the Lollapalooza Festival in Chicago. Some cities are increasing security for big events, including in Chicago for this weekend's marathon.
There's been a double, triple checking of everything.
Back in Nevada, a somber reminder of the overwhelming loss. Under the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, 58 white crosses, 1 for each life taken.
I feel that Las Vegas is having one of its darkest days in American history, but I'm trying to shed a light on that by bringing hope.
One of those victims, Charleston Hartfield. Thousands gathering last night to honor the Army veteran, police officer, and father of 3.
If there was a checklist to be an American, Charlie hit every single box, and then he made up some boxes.
And donations to help all of the victims' families and the survivors keep pouring in, with more than $9.5 million raised so far. MARCI Gonzalez, ABC News, Las Vegas.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, after weeks of bad weather and rescheduling, football is back tonight. We'll have a preview of the big matchups right after this.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast live from Music on Maid and Lakewood Ranch. Plus 3 ways that laughter can boost your heart's health. That story coming up in Health Smart.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. A group of Sarasota students hacks into the school computer system. What happens next may surprise you. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll talk about a new school IT club and how it's helping students hone their tech skills. Southeastern Guide Dog stops by to tell us about the cute new statues on the Suncoast. Plus, we'll ask Dr. Jenny about breast cancer awareness, and Louise Modern joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
In health news tonight, laughter is the best medicine, so it should come as no surprise that laughter can actually give you a healthier heart. In recent years, studies have shown a strong link between our emotions and cardiovascular health. Research shows that hostility, anger, depression, anxiety, and social isolation all lead to higher rates of heart disease. But there are 3 ways in which laughter can give you a healthier heart. It increases your blood flow, you have less stress hormones, and it increases your antibody production, which leads to a stronger immune system. One way many adults are choosing to relieve stress is by doing adult coloring. It may be the latest craze, but it's actually beneficial to your health. Here are some reasons why it works. A simple act such as coloring takes your attention away from yourself and into the present moment. When your thoughts are focused on a simple activity, your brain tends to relax. And the fact that the outcome of coloring is predictable can also be relaxing.
All right, set to perform tonight at Music on Main and Lakewood Ranch, Kim Betts and the Gamble Creek Band. ABC 7's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us now live from the free concert series with our first alert forecast and a preview. Bob?
Yeah, it is free, and it's great weather, too, for the event tonight, and it looks as though things are going to cooperate as far as the weather goes. And joining me now live is Roxanne Winstead, and you are somewhat involved with the Kim Betts band here.
Yes, we're going to be working with their Sugarland Tribute Band, and we'll be
I've got a line dance company that we're going to be performing along with her at the Manatee Players for November the 11th.
It's a big event coming up.
Big event coming up.
And this is a big event here tonight, too. She's a great singer, and also the whole band, as well as the Gamble Creek Band.
Right. We've got the Gamble Creek Band tonight, and then when we do the November 11th, it will be her second band, which is called Sugarland Tribute Band.
And you guys dance pretty well. You can show me a few moves later. Okay, Roxanne?
We'll be out here dancing along all night long with her.
Is that where they made the song Roxanne from, your name?
Yes, and at my response, I just look at it and say, yeah, well, honey, at my age, I'm past the red light. I'm at a blue light special.
I like that. Roxanne. All right, thank you very much, Roxanne. I appreciate it. Weather is going to cooperate. Let's go to the maps to show you right now. This is the Lakewood Ranch show webcam showing some clouds around, but that's been about it. There's been some storms to the north and to the east of us, but really not a lot going on here. And that's not to say there can't be. There's a 20% chance for a few scattered showers developing through the evening hours, so would not be surprised to see one or two of those pop up here or there, but for the most part looking good here tonight. Not too bad at all. And the storms that have been developing have been moving through rather quickly, as you can see, but not a lot going on here right now here at Lakewood Ranch Main Street, and folks are starting to set up already for this great band beginning at 6 o'clock tonight. That's when the show begins, and always lots to see and do here. As far as the radar loop goes, you can see some activity well to the north of us and to the east of us, and down south there's just one or two lone showers really. As far as this tropical system is concerned, Nate, it's not going to be a big changer for us. It will increase our moisture availability. We'll see some surf problems, rip currents along the coast, and also some high surf. So keep that in mind. And we'll talk about some other dangers there in the Gulf of Mexico and Sarasota Bay a little later in this newscast. 88 right now, cloudy, dew point 75. It's way up there. And the forecast for Saturday, not bad. It's not going to be a washout by any stretch. We'll see a few scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, mainly late in the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Well, here it is, the tropical tracker. And thankfully, we got less than 2 months before the end of the hurricane season, and it can't get over soon enough. We have this Nate now, which is gaining strength. Top winds are up to 60 miles an hour. And you can see the good news is that there are no lines going our way except for that blue one. That's climate and persistence. It's known as the Clipper model, and that's before computers were really around. And it's just based on what's happened in the past and also what it's doing now. So don't worry about that. I just wanted to show you that. That's called climate and persistent model called Clipper. And that does not base anything in terms of high sophisticated models that we're seeing now with those other models that project it right toward Louisiana, Mississippi, and into Alabama as a Category 1 hurricane now. It looks as though it will be a Category 1 due to some drier air and some shear, which will not allow this thing to turn into a monster hurricane. And it will move through quickly, too, so we're not expecting a huge amount of rainfall from it either as it makes landfall. The panhandle of Florida could certainly see some tropical storm force winds there, and even the potential for hurricane force winds. They are under hurricane watch, where you see the area in orange just to the east of Mobile, and then that lighter shade of pink is again a tropical storm warning in effect for that particular area. So again, it's going to be a rough day late Saturday and early Sunday for that area, but for us a different story. Scattered showers and storms, a bit breezy, but thankfully we're not dealing with any kind of tropical trouble, no hurricanes or anything like that. Temperatures right now in the northern Rockies into the 60s and into the 80s down south into Dallas. The boating forecast checks in like this. Tomorrow, small craft exercise caution. Southeast winds at 15 knots and seas running 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. Here's the 7-day forecast. If we can get to that, here it is. Well, actually, we're doing the gone fishing first, but I'm going to show you the 7-day before we wrap it up. The rain chance tomorrow, fairly high, 60%, 50% on Sunday, and then less of a chance come Monday and Tuesday, and looking really good next week with only a 20% chance for a few showers. We are here at Lakewood Ranch, Music on Main. It's going to be a good night. Come on out and say hello. Well, back to you guys.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. In first alert traffic right now, we're seeing traffic backed up on I-75. Of course, it's the northbound lanes, this time right near Clark Road exit, so you may want to avoid that area, but it does clear up once you get past Clark Road.
Coming up, a spooky Texas mystery, what disturbing things investigators found at a newly purchased country home.
Plus, a fun event on the Suncoast to help you and your family get into the festive fall spirit. Stick around.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes. putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Juicy sizzling steak, ice cold drinks, over $3,000 in raffle prizes, and wagging tails? That's right, Polo Grill and Bar is hosting Tips for Tails. So bring your canine companion out for a party on October 11th from 5:30 to 9:30. Enjoy happy hour prices with celebrity bartenders, a canine kissing booth, and over $3,000 of raffle prizes. 100% of all tips go directly to care for the lovable pups at Dante's Den.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, a creepy mystery in Greenville, Texas is catching some locals' attention. A construction worker recently discovered something odd at a newly purchased country home. When he flipped over the front yard sidewalk, he found 20 face-down gravestone markers.
They started somewhere in this area right here. They were laying end to end, side by side, 10 on each side, all the way up to the porch. He was thinking that he may have uncovered a cemetery, a grave.
Well, the markers raise the question, how did these headstones of military veterans, an infant from 1956, and a mother and a grandmother with her name chiseled out end up as someone's sidewalk? Well, that trail led to 2 nearby cemeteries where the director says they've located the actual graves of those people and the headstones are not missing. It turns out the ones that became a sidewalk were actually mistakes, headstones rejected by families due to misspellings or maybe the wrong stone.
That'll scare you.
Mystery solved. Pumpkin is the flavor of fall, and for a Wisconsin family, bigger is better. Their pumpkin is about 6 feet around. It weighs between 1,700 and 1,800 pounds. The pumpkin is the biggest one they've grown yet.
We feed them a lot of organic compost and fish oils, kelp.
Wow, healthy pumpkin, and that's exactly what they want, the biggest pumpkin for Saturday's competition.
And speaking of pumpkins, if you want to pick out your very own this weekend, you'll find a good selection at Fruitville Grove's annual Pumpkin Festival. There'll also be hay rides, arts and crafts, and all kinds of festival food, including that delicious pumpkin pie. The festival starts this Saturday and runs every weekend through October 29th at Fruitville Grove, which is on Fruitville Road just east of I-75. You can head out there from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you looked up at the moon last night, you may have seen a special harvest moon. It's the full full moon closest to the beginning of fall, and it's a rare sight in October since it usually appears in September. NASA says other full moons rise about an hour after sunset, but the harvest moon rises only 20 minutes after. As the name suggests, it gives farmers more light to harvest their crops. And some good news, if you missed it last night, you're in luck. It should still be visible tonight. I'm single-handedly trying to bring fall back to Florida here on the Sun Coast. Scott.
Good luck with that.
I have a scarecrow up in front of my yard.
Yeah, it's melting though. Yeah. Still to come on your Suncoast News tonight, new developments in the murder of a 13-year-old Bradenton girl.
And what procedures authorities follow when investigating parents who are accused of child abuse.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.